New tonight in the first 11 minutes, the hottest debate in California politics these days involves an initiative that could end up on the statewide ballot in February. It would change the way California casts its 55 electoral votes from winner-take-all to a split decision. NBC 11's Monty Francis is live in San Francisco to explain why this plan has some Democrats screaming foul.
Well, Garvin, the group called Fair Election Reform has just filed a Freedom of Information Act request with the White House. Specifically, the group wants to see any communication between the White House and Republicans involving an initiative that could end the Democratic Party's lock on California's electoral votes in the race for president.
U.S. Senators Barbara Boxer and Dianne Feinstein, San Francisco Mayor Gavin Newsom, Oakland Mayor Ron Dellums, and L.A. Mayor Antonia Villaraigosa are part of a group calling for a congressional investigation into whether the White House is helping to push the initiative.
We'd like to see that. We'd like to know to what extent the Bush administration and Karl Rove, Alberto Gonzales are involved in this.
Peter Ragone is a spokesman for the group Fair Election Reform. He says the White House's alleged role in pushing the measure is improper if done on the taxpayers' dime and represents an abuse of power.
What we'd like to know is this a effort by the National Republicans to rig the elections in California to guarantee that a Republican will win the presidency in 2008?
If passed, the measure would end the winner-take-all electoral college system that now exists and would determine electoral votes by congressional district. If such a system were in place in 2004, George Bush would have won 22 of the state's 55 electoral votes instead of none. Among the documents Democrats want to see, a memo, they say, was received by former Bush advisor Karl Rove and others in the administration from the chairman of the Republican National Committee. Democrats say the memo and subsequent meetings were all geared towards changing the electoral process in 3 states, Michigan, Washington, and California.
And the White House has not yet responded to these allegations. A spokesman for the group behind the initiative says that no one in the White House has any part in the campaign to get the measure on the statewide ballot. Tonight's top stories in the first 11 minutes. Monty Francis, NBC 11 News.